As the most powerful man on the planet, Marcus Aurelius, as Emperor of Rome, aimed to live virtuously on a consistent basis, unlike many of his predecessors and successors. He followed a philosophical school known as Stoicism. Part of Stoic philosophy involves the ability to maintain a calm mind. In fact, the Stoics believe that humans in a state of flourishing have achieved true happiness, which always accompanies inner peace. Needless to say, Marcus Aurelius, bearing the burden of leadership over an empire and all the stress that comes with it, was a busy man. His work, Meditations, provides us with insight into how he coped. Marcus Aurelius is renowned for his practice of negative visualization, a meditative practice modern Stoics used to start their day. Since I have a separate video on this topic, I'd like to focus on his lesser-known teachings that offer practical advice for leading more tranquil lives. The first one is very simple: do less. It seems obvious, right? To become calmer, we should simply do less. It's important to mention that the Stoics highly value productivity, seeing it as a virtue to be industrious. However, moderation is also a virtue. So, how should we do less while being industrious? Marcus Aurelius observed that people often engage in many unnecessary activities. In today's age, with access to almost unlimited entertainment, it's easy to get caught up in non-productive activities. Doing less also means talking less, as many conversations are nonsensical and lead nowhere, wasting our time and energy. Therefore, doing less means focusing on the essential. It involves cutting out nonsense and working more intelligently and efficiently. A significant advantage we gain from this approach, besides tranquility, is that we can do less, better. Doing the essential consistently requires a mindful approach. As Marcus Aurelius said, if you can eliminate it, you'll have more time and more tranquility. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? We need to eliminate unnecessary assumptions to eliminate the unnecessary actions that follow. A good habit to stay focused on daily endeavors is making a list of tasks the night before. This way, we premeditate what we have to do in the morning, which calms the mind. Designing our days beforehand removes one less thing for the mind to worry about. Short escapes. Marcus Aurelius criticized people seeking refuge from daily worries by traveling or staying in quiet places like mountains or beaches. He believed it was foolish because why should we travel when we can escape by going within? Nowhere you go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul, he said. There's nothing wrong with changing scenery occasionally to facilitate mental retreats, as long as these escapes are basic and brief. What Marcus Aurelius proposed reminds me of meditation or moments of reflection and contemplation to renew ourselves and calmly proceed with daily life. He offered two things to ponder during brief mental retreats. 1. That things have no hold on the soul. They stand there unmoving, outside it. Disturbance comes only from within, from our perceptions. 2. That everything you see will soon alter and cease to exist. Think of how many changes you've already seen. The world is nothing but change. Our life is only perception. This brings us to the next piece of advice, remembering that all shall pass. The Stoics are infamous for remembering life's frightening reality. It will end. Memento mori means the remembrance of death, accepting the universe's changing nature, including our decay and vanishing. Marcus Aurelius advised keeping in mind how fast things pass by. We can be deeply involved in something one moment, and the next, it could be completely different. Trends come and go quickly. Human life, in the history of this planet, is just a tiny hiccup in cosmic evolution. The fact that everything is in flux can cause anxiety because nothing is stable and eventually will be separated from our possessions and loved ones. But it can also be a source of calm. Realizing everything is temporary means there's no point in clinging to good times or being strongly averse to bad times. Happiness is relative. Even in prison, there are good and bad days. Millionaires also experience joy and suffering. This means our inner world, how we perceive our life situation and react to it, is in flux too. Moreover, we can influence our reactions to change. So, why should destiny concern us so much? As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The infinity of past and future gapes before us, a chasm whose depths we cannot see." It would take an idiot to feel self-importance or distress, or any indignation either, as if the things that irritate us lasted.